The lie of modern safety ratings. If I told you your car's safety rating is a lie, you'd probably think I'm exaggerating. After all, we live in the safest era in automotive history. More airbags, more sensors, more technology. 5 stars stamped on every window sticker. But what if I told you those stars are designed to protect a person who doesn't actually exist? Not you, not your partner, not your kids, not your parents. A ghost. An imaginary, average person that the entire safety system is built around. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The person every car is designed to save. Every modern safety rating, whether it comes from NHTSA or IIHS, is based on crash test dummies. And almost all of those tests still revolve around one body type. A 50th percentile male, about 5 feet 9 inches, roughly 170 pounds. Based on anthropometric data from the 1970s. That dummy, the Hybrid 3, was introduced in 1976, and for decades it wasn't just the main reference, it was the reference. Airbag timing, seatbelt geometry, crash pulse tuning, steering wheel distance, all optimized for that body. If you match it, the system works pretty well. If you don't, the protection starts to fall apart. The safety gap no one advertises. Here's something that never shows up in commercials. A major University of Virginia study found that women are 73% more likely to be seriously injured in frontal crashes and 17% more likely to die in the same cars with the same safety ratings. This isn't because women are worse drivers. It's because the female crash test dummy didn't even exist until 2003. And when it finally arrived, it wasn't a true female model. It was just a scaled-down male dummy. Same bone structure, same spine stiffness, same pelvis geometry. Real women don't move like that in a crash. Women are more likely to sit closer to the steering wheel to reach the pedals, which places them outside the ideal airbag deployment zone. The rating stays 5 stars. The injury risk doesn't. The dummy that doesn't exist at all. Now, here's where it gets uncomfortable. Car crashes are one of the leading causes of fetal death due to maternal trauma. And yet, there is no standardized pregnant crash test dummy used in regulatory testing. None. A car can be labeled top safety pick without ever being evaluated for pregnancy. That's not an oversight. That's a design decision. Bodies the system pretends aren't real. As of recent data, more than 40% of American adults are obese. There are no obese crash test dummies in standard safety testing. Despite research showing obese occupants have significantly higher odds of death in crashes due to belt fit issues and altered body motion. Seatbelts ride up. Bodies slide differently. Internal forces change. The tests don't reflect that. Now add age. Safety ratings are built around survivability, not fragility. A crash a young adult walks away from can be fatal to an older person due to chest compression limits. The stars don't adjust. 5 stars means the dummy lived, not that you will. The backseat illusion. Most people assume the rear seat is safer. Sometimes it is. But for decades, it was barely tested at all. Most crash tests focused on front occupants. Rear seat injury patterns are different. Children move differently. Seatbelt loads behave differently. Meaningful rear seat testing didn't begin until very recently. Millions of safe cars were never properly evaluated for the people sitting behind the driver. Parents trusted the stars. The system hadn't checked. Cars built for tests, not real crashes. Here's the part no one likes to admit. Crash tests are predictable. Same speed, same angle, same overlap. Manufacturers know exactly where the barrier hits, so they reinforce that area. For years, one of the most common real-world crash types, the small overlap impact, wasn't even tested. Cars earned top safety scores while failing catastrophically in real crashes that didn't match the lab setup. It's not illegal to design for the test. It's incentivized. It's like studying 3 questions for an exam and being graded as if you mastered everything. The software safety mirage. Modern ratings now heavily reward active safety systems, automatic emergency braking, lane assist, collision warnings. These systems help, sometimes, but the tests happen in perfect conditions. Dry pavement, clear lane markings, standard objects. Real life isn't a lab. These systems struggle in rain, snow, glare, gravel, or unusual scenarios. They fail in edge cases. The rating doesn't change. 5-star cars, deadlier streets. Here's the moral paradox. Cars are safer for the people inside them than ever before. But pedestrian deaths are rising. Why? Because safety ratings historically prioritize occupant survival, not harm to others. Large SUVs score well because they have more mass and more crumple space. That same height means pedestrians are struck in the chest and head instead of the legs. Fatal injuries increase. The vehicle gets 5 stars. The street gets more dangerous. The rating never reflects that trade-off. So what do safety ratings actually mean? They don't mean your car is safe. They mean your car performed well in a specific test with a specific dummy under ideal conditions. They measure how well the system protects the ghost it was designed around. The lie isn't that safety ratings are useless. The lie is that they're universal. They aren't. And until the system admits that, we'll keep putting 5 stars on cars that quietly fail the people who trust them most. If this made you uncomfortable, good. It should. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe.